Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours in the morning into your edge in financial freedom. Today, I've got a few headlines. A lot of them kind of have to tie into that altcoin market that we hope to pump, that will pump our bags enormously, like we've seen before, but I don't know. I've been talking about it a lot, and I think we might see things be a little different this time. Mix is fuzzy. Are you talking about on the mic? I can turn it down just a little bit. I'm not sure about how it's coming in. I know it was reading a lot stronger this morning, so I'm not sure what was going on. I can switch back to my old mic if that's better. Static? All right. Let me switch that back. Well, I got it switched back. I'm not sure what is going on with that mic. It worked fine on Friday. I was super excited about it, and I guess it just decided it wanted to change some of the settings in the background. So might have to dive into that one a little bit today and see. I know I normally have a mic adjust on things so that I can tune out some of that background noise. So hopefully this is better for you for now, and then we can figure out what's wrong with it, and we'll get it back working tomorrow. Let's see. Is that one a little better now? Yeah, I had to turn it way down on the other mic, and now I had to turn it back up because this mic has a little bit lower volume on it. So hopefully that's all better for you. But let's dive in today, get you prepped for some success. We've got that stock heat map pulled up. As you can see, we saw a bit of some sell-off on Friday. We had Apple sitting down 2.4% in the pre-market. Looking pretty nice though. It is up a 0.55. We do have NVIDIA also seeing a bit of some sell-off in the pre-market. It was sitting up a 0.9 from its close on Friday though, after quite a bit of sell-off for an entire week. We do have Berkshire Hathaway also sitting down at 0.94 on its close. In the pre-market, seeing some light buying pressure, up 0.2. We've got Amazon seeing some heavy selling pressure last week, closed it down 4.05. In the pre-market is sitting up a 0.51. We've got Eli Lilly is sitting up a 0.91, and in the pre-market seeing some continued buying pressure, up 0.11. We've got ExxonMobil sitting up a 0.42. In the pre-market also seeing some buying pressure, up 0.57. We've got Tesla continuing to get hit hard, down 3.39 from its close on Friday, sitting down 1.48 in the pre-market. We've got P&G sitting down 0.54 from its close on Friday, and the pre-market seeing some light buying pressure, up 0.3% right now. We got Microsoft, also no different than the rest of that True 7, was sitting down 1.46. In the pre-market, seeing some buying pressure as well, up 0.78. We've got Google, that was sitting down 3.19, and in the pre-market seeing some buying pressure as well, up 0.77, and Meta sitting up 0.36, sitting in that quite neutral range from its close, and in the pre-market seeing some heavier buying pressure than the rest of those big seven, up 0.82. On the crypto side of things, we are looking fairly green so far. We do have Bitcoin up 1.33%. We've got Ethereum up 1.05. XRP still sitting under Tether in that market cap, up 1.63. We've got Solana up 1.97. BNB, that one outlier in that top 10, sitting down 1.42. We've got Cardano sitting up 2.94. Doge sitting up 1.04. Tron sitting up quite nicely, up 2.75. We've got Chainlink sitting up at 2.81, and Avalanche sitting up at 2.38, and Sui, the big winner again, sitting up 7.9. Let's hop over to that economic calendar for today. We don't really have any heavy data coming out today. We do have some 3-month and 6-month bill auctions that will kind of give you a bit of some sentiment on the short-term outlook on some of these investors. We have been seeing more of those long-term bonds and bills getting bought up. Instead of those short terms, we have been narrowing that gap on the bond yield. We will be looking at some heavy data coming out tomorrow, though. We do have Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking at 10 o'clock tomorrow, as well as a few other Fed chairs speaking as well. We've got Fed Chair Hammock, Fed Chair Bowman, Fed Chair Williams, and that will be that big market mover for today. For tomorrow is that Fed Chair Jerome Powell speech. So we will be getting a bit of some sentiment on the markets from the Fed. They have been on a consensus of holding those rates still for longer, and we'll kind of have to see if there's anything he wants to keep his eye on besides the labor market, because that's been the big thing that they've been wanting to keep their eyes on for the future, and will determine that next rate cut for us. All right, let's hop over to our liquidation heat map and our fear and greed. We do have that stock side sitting at 39 and still in some fear. Might see a little bit more of some selling pressure coming into this week, and might see that tick down just a little bit lower. I have been watching for that extreme fear to kind of hit on the stock market side of things, especially with all the uncertainty heading our way. We do have the crypto side of things sitting down 3 points and sitting at 43 and fear. We have started to move up, but there is still some liquidity to the bottom side of us that might drag it down just a little bit more, hit that real strong fear before we really get that move back up. We'll kind of have to dive into that as we look at the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, we did take half of the liquidity out to the top side of us on this daily liquidation heat map. We did leave some to the top side sitting at 98,000 though. So definitely a little bit more liquidity sitting to the top side, which we might go back up and grab. We're just looking for that strong support underneath us to kind of continue the trend. You can kind of see that 3-day, most of our liquidity is clear on both the top and the bottom side. There is some light hot spots sitting at that 94,600, and again back at the top side at 98,700. You take a look at that 1 week and you can kind of see most of that liquidity has been taken out as well. You do have a bit of a hot spot sitting up at that 100,800 range. Zoom that back on out to the 2 week, and that's where you start seeing a bunch of that top side liquidity. That's going to be at that 102,700 all the way up to 103,000, back where we saw these highs. And then you've got that liquidity sitting at 106,700, back where we saw these highs from over here. So looking quite nice on those higher term time frames. Don't really have a lot of liquidity down here. There is a brief little hot spot sitting at about 94,000. We'll kind of have to take a look at that Bitcoin chart and see if there's some potential to go grab that. I do see a few people in the chat this morning. We got Crypto Billy in here saying good morning, good morning. I dropped the link to his motivational mindset video for this morning. Go ahead and check that out. It is a great one, especially since we're all investing. It touches on that investing topic quite a bit. We've got Kyle Fields in the chat saying yo. We've got Robert Mulligan. Good morning, everyone. With the pink can, we got Duality Crypto in here as well. Thank you to everyone that helped me with that little mic situation this morning. We've got Jay Violet in the chat and all set as well. And I see NT in the chat saying, hey guys, good morning to you all. I hope you're having a great day so far. Oh, and Aiko in the chat as well. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. All right, I've got this Bitcoin chart pulled up on the 4-hour. As you can kind of see, there was a few areas I wanted to try to see us hold to continue the bullish trend, and that was at 98,700, which, surprise, surprise, is right where some liquidity is sitting. That is going to be that next area I would like to see us turn into some strong support. It was pulled from a 4-hour chart here where we got some very equal candle bodies and rejected off of, and we haven't really turned it back into some support here. We did move quite quickly through it to go grab that liquidity that was sitting above us before the weekend, and then we really drug it back down on that price. Fortunately, we were able to hold that 95,300, which I was wanting to see us hold. So if we can cool off these oscillators just a little bit on the higher term time frame and have this money flow, which is still in some light selling pressure, cool down just a little bit more and turn into some buying pressure, we can really get back up to those higher numbers. Right around 102,700 is going to be where that next batch of liquidity is residing to the top side. So we're going to need to turn some of these areas down here from the shorter term time frame into some support. That was at 96,800, where I'm kind of looking at for a potential bounce to continue back up to that 98,000, where we've got some liquidity sitting. You do have that 1 hour looking quite toppy here. That MACD getting some curvature, looking to kind of curve back down to that indicator line. Your indicator line though is still pointing quite up, so could see a nice little bounce down here, create a higher low and keep that move back up to the top side to grab that liquidity that's right above us. You do have a bit of a divergence sitting here as well, so that definitely brings a little downside pressure, but we do have a lot of buying pressure here. That money flow is looking quite green here as we have started to pick back up, and just waiting for some of that to bleed over to our higher term time frame. You do have volume, which is starting to increase as well as your money flow has been turning green. That is quite nice to see on that 1 hour. We just need that to bleed over to our 4 hour and kind of push back up to these higher levels that we all want to get back to. We also need to cool off some of that fear and greed just a little bit. Everyone's been quite worried in this range. I did some buying over the weekend and on Friday as well. So I haven't been too scared. I've been quite overjoyous on these prices. I don't know if we see them again for quite a while after we move out of this range. You have that 15-minute looking quite toppy as well. You've already started to get that curve back down to under the indicator line on the MACD, and we also got that curve back down on our prime oscillator as well. Your money flow is holding quite steady here as some buying pressure, which is quite nice to see. Your volume has started slowing down just a bit here on the 15-minute, and we're looking to try to confirm some of these lower levels as some strong support, really make a higher low in this range and get that bounce right around that 96,800 range before we really get that push back up to that top side liquidity. Really just looking for some strong support here on these lower levels to go grab that liquidity before we see a little bit more downside on your higher term time frame, especially to cool off some of those oscillators. The 4-hour needs a bit of some cool off there. The 1 day, if we can hold in this range here and get that push back to the top side, would look quite nice as well. There is quite a bit of liquidity sitting back down at that 95 area, which we saw a little bit of wicking below, which would be another little move to see as we wait for these oscillators on your higher term time frame to get that pushback to the upside. You have that daily looking light red on your prime oscillator, got a reversal signal that is flashed, but you still got some divergences that have yet to play out here. So definitely looking for a bit of some continued sideways movement in this range as we've been seeing for about the past week or so. I think that continues just a little bit longer as we wait for some of those oscillators to kind of cool off and the market to really decide what they want to do. We do have a few data drops that are coming out with a core inflation rate and PPI month over month as well. That will be coming out a little later in the week, and I think that might give us that push to the top side that we're all been looking for. We got Jesse Gulak in the chat saying good morning, good morning. We've got just Jesse Gulak in here, new in the chat. So good morning to you, Jesse. I hope you're having a great day so far. Got that coffee in. I know you've been doing quite a bit. You've been staying up late, always staying up late, trying to get those big moves all the time. So I did have a few news articles that I wanted to touch on, and one of them is about that altcoin market that we all love so much. But you know, as we've been seeing more and more of these projects launching over and over again, it does kind of decrease the potential of a big alt season. So we've got total cryptos on CoinMarketCap near 11 million, market oversaturated. The total numbers of unique cryptocurrency tokens and coins listed on CoinMarketCap is near the 11 million mark and currently stands over 10.99 million different digital assets. The dramatic surge is newly issued tokens during 2024 and early 2025 was primarily driven by meme coins launched on the Solana network. Some analysts argue that memes have siphoned mindshare from tech altcoins and removed the speculative premium once enjoyed by the sector. This flood of new coins has raised concern among traders and industry analysts about the corrosive impact of millions of new tokens competing for limited mindshare in an already saturated network. Too many tokens on the market? Market analyst Ali Martinez recently predicted that the number of tokens competing for limited capital and investor attention could prevent altcoin season, a sustained market rally in altcoins, from happening. Martinez estimates that there are over 36 million altcoins in existence, compared to less than 3,000 during the 2018 cycle and less than 50 in the 2013 and 2014 cycle. With massive supply, the market has changed significantly, the analyst wrote on social media. The deluge of new currencies promoted Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong to reconsider the exchange listing process of new assets. We need to rethink our listing process at Coinbase, given there are 1 million tokens a week being created now and growing, the CEO wrote on January 25th. Evaluating each one by one is no longer feasible, Armstrong continued, while urging that financial regulators should allow exchanges to shift to a more expedited token listing process. And this kind of gives me a bit of some worry here. This is why I don't hold a lot of projects. I hold 6 projects in total, and a few of those are utility projects that are listed on tier 1 exchanges, and that's about it. I haven't dived into any meme coins. I will never dive into meme coins because to me, I see that as a net negative. As you could see in the article, it said over 1,000 are created a day, and this is taking away from the rest of the market, the actual utility projects that will bring legit people into the space and bring something good to the earth. And say your stablecoin area, it kind of drags away from that because people are trying to chase those gains. It drags away from your TradFi investors wanting to invest because you've got so many degens out here trying to chase the gains. Like, oh, look at this new crap coin. It went up from 50 million market cap to 100 million market cap, and then everyone that wasn't in the know got dumped on. And this drags away from people wanting to invest more. You also have a lot of that DeFi sector that will take a bit of a hit. And if you want to debank yourself, like crypto is all about, that kind of drags away from the message. We also have people like Kanye West who even know that, the meme coin market is all crap. We got Kanye West quashes meme coin launch rumors, saying coins prey on the fans. Ye, the rapper and designer formerly known as Kanye West, said on X he has no plans to drop a meme coin after initially teasing the idea on Friday. I'm not doing a coin, Ye wrote on X Saturday. As part of a series of erratic social media posts the controversial star has published since Thursday night. I only do things I'm passionate about and knowledgeable about. Coins prey on the fans' hype. Ye's explicit and often offensive recent posts occasionally reference the crypto. The rapper said he was offered $2 million to launch a meme coin and posted publicly that he was looking to get in touch with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, the block previously reported. I also turned down a fake coin tweet, Ye said in another post. A Polymarket prediction market launched Thursday to speculate on the possibility of Ye launching a coin in February. At one point gave the prospect a 40% chance before crashing down to 13% following Ye's tweet. And this is just another big thing. They prey on people who are fans of, say, a certain person or a certain group, and they pay someone. Just like we saw with FTX, they pay a big influencer a lot of money. They were going to pay him $2 million to launch a meme coin using his name and have him promote it. And at the end of the day, once all these people buy in, they get crapped on. And that brings a lot of negativity to the space. And this is kind of what if even Kanye West knows it's kind of scummy and scammy, then maybe we should drive back to those legitimate projects and not chase money. Money's great. Money is great. I'm not saying it's not great, but there are better ways and ethical ways to get gains besides stealing people's money. And at the end of the day, that's a lot of what the meme coin market is. I did have one other article I wanted to touch on, as we've been seeing a lot of changes in the Trump presidency. A big one has been that EV sector. So automakers urged US DOT to quickly restart the federal EV charging program. A group representing automakers and electric vehicle charging companies on Friday urged the U.S. Transportation Department to quickly restart a $5 billion government EV infrastructure program. On Thursday, the Trump administration said it was suspending the electric vehicle charging program and rescinded approval of state charging plans pending a new review. The Electric Drive Transportation Association, whose members include General Motors, Toyota, Borg Warner, EVgo, and Stellantis and Walmart, said it urged the Trump administration to quickly resume the critical work of the program and minimize uncertainty for states and their businesses who are invested in infrastructure to serve local and national goods for advanced transportation. On President Trump's first day in office, he took aim at electric vehicles, saying he was halting distribution of unspent government funds for vehicle charging stations from the $5 billion National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Fund. Trump also revoked a 2021 executive order signed by his predecessor that sought to ensure half of all new vehicles sold in the United States by 2030 were electric. Trump also called for ending a waiver for states to adopt zero-emission vehicles rules by 2035 and said his administration would consider ending EV tax credits. Biden's 50% target, which was not legally binding, had won support of the U.S. and foreign automakers. Trump said he could take other actions on EVs, including seeking to repeal the $7,500 consumer tax credit for electric vehicles purchases as part of a broader tax reform legislation. And this is something I kind of see as a positive for right now. They are kind of rushing the whole EV, especially since you have, I believe it's 70% of the US's electricity is still supplied by coal, oil, and natural gas. So at the end of the day, you're just lying to these people, saying that, oh yeah, this is a nice, clean energy. Like, yes, there's less emissions, but at the end of the day, you still have all of those emissions already being made, sure, doing absolutely zero to help with things. And until you get a better supply source on all of these electric vehicles, you'll kind of struggle to actually make any difference. And that's why I've been looking at nuclear stocks. And if you haven't checked out the Discord, I dropped a whole list of nuclear stocks that have been doing quite well this past year, especially with Trump having teased that he would like to make the U.S. more energy dependent, and he was looking at alternative sources of energy besides just green energy, because at the end of the day, a lot of those aren't going to be able to handle the load that the American consumer uses every single day. As you've watched in a lot of places that have already tried to roll that out, it hasn't worked too well. We got Buck in the chat saying, I love that I'm not the only weirdo up this early. Yeah, I've been up since 3 a.m., Buck. So you're not the only one here. All right, we got a username in the chat as well. I know he said, what was it on those? Haters gonna hate, and boy, do they hate memes. Well, you know, some of us have been in the space for quite a while, and I'm always going to hate memes. I see it no differently than I see the fiat money by governments. It's all kind of just bullcrap, you know? If I'm going to invest in something, I want to have a great faith in that thing. And meme coins don't give me any faith in them, especially since it's not an investment vehicle. It's just a casino, and I don't gamble. If I do gamble, It's sitting at a Texas Hold'em table where I can impact the odds. And it's not just about what cards you get. You also play against the rest of the market. So that's kind of why I like investing, and I also just like poker. I'm not a gambler, and I think gambling's kind of dumb. If you want to gamble, go buy scratch offs and waste your money, and instead of taking away from legitimate projects that can actually build on what the crypto space is about, then instead of getting mad as well, because oh no, this thing got dumped on and all my money is gone and now you never come back to it. You could have fun in a better environment. Go to the casino, go buy your scratch tickets, something like that, where you have just as likely odds to win. And if you want to invest, you come invest in an actual project that brings utility and brings something to the world instead of crapping all over crypto. Especially since, like that article, it said 1,000 meme coins a day. Where does it end? When does it stop? When can someone look at crypto and be like, oh, that's legit? And all that does is take away from crypto seeming legit, especially when you have people like the Trump team who took advantage of all of his supporters, and anyone that bought that meme coin basically got crapped on. It is down 70%. What was the point of it? Oh, so they could get rich? That's scammy. That's scummy. And that's what the space needs to fix. We need to regulate that. And that's why I hate meme coins. And I will always hate meme coins. And I will always preach against meme coins. Because, that's the first thing people look at when they hear about crypto. They look at those meme coins. Kyle Field says survival of the fittest. Yeah, I in some ways, but if you want crypto to continue and be legitimized, then you kind of need to weed out the scummy part of the market, especially as they've already done it in the TradFi side of things. And if you want crypto to be legitimized on a global level, at the US level, at the US government level, then we kind of need to do the same in crypto. So just something I'm kind of passionate about. I know other people have other views. Meme coins explode, but I've never been a fan of it because it takes away from the legitimacy of crypto. It might bring some eyes in here, but it doesn't bring eyes that stick around. I talked about a move. I teased it on Thursday, and that was on copper. And copper did get that nice little breakout retest and went all the way to my targets. We got $6 at $4.60 that I was looking at taking my first bit of profit. I took a profit on Friday for TP1. Kind of waited it out when it kind of leveled out just a little bit. Down here, we got that push back up that faltered. I took full profits. I was looking at $4.69 to kind of really take that TP2. But as we got back up to that $4.60, you can kind of see that we have faltered quite a bit here on your oscillators. MACD pointing quite heavily down down towards that zero line here, as your indicator line has started to falter as well. You've got your reversal signals that have already started to flash, and those overbought signals as well, getting that heavy curve back down as your money flow is starting to falter here. Might get one last push to the upside during the morning before we really drag back down on copper. We do have that 1 hour looking like it is a bit toppy as well. You got that MACD line looking to get that rejection off of our indicator line as it made that brief little push back to the upside. You got your prime oscillator briefly green here, but it is getting some heavy curvature as your money flow is kind of slowing down on that buying pressure. Would need a very strong boost to kind of get back up to that $4.69 that I was looking at. I'm not too concerned about that as I already took profits. I'm kind of just waiting for that next move up. You do have the 4-hour looking quite toppy as well, as your money flow is kind of faltering here on the 4-hour as well. So looking like we might be topped out here at that $4.62. We might see that brief little pushback up for a second before we cool off those oscillators. You do have a bit of some resistance here below that at $4.66 as well. So might make a brief little push up for the morning before we really see that continued downside back down to probably about that $4.50 where we see some more buying pressure coming back in. I did want to take a look at gold. Gold has been doing exceedingly well. Buck for the win. BC first meme coin giver. Oh my goodness. Someone buy BC a meme coin. I'm okay. I don't need a meme coin. Don't do it to me. I'm not going to send you my wallet address, so you can't send it to me. So there we go. We got RMT in the house. Good morning to you. We got Silver Days XRP. I'd rather buy XRP than a meme coin username. And you know how I feel about XRP. I've got them covered. I've got more nippy than any one person needs. I am a fan of meme coin returns, says Buck. Well, you're a bit of a degen there, Buck. I love the community we've got, says Jesse Gulak. I see Moho in the house as well. Good morning to you, Moho. Every decade since the 80s I know of, we were supposed to be flooded, heated to death, no air, death rays, and we're still here, says username. Yeah, I know. I went to some of those oh, what was it? Username says XRP. Isn't it a meme? No, it is a utility project, sir. I might not be a fan of the team behind it, but it is a decent utility project, and I think it is a net positive for the space. But as you were saying, they have been talking about we're all going to die. The world's going to overheat for years and years. And I remember going to the Al Gore things when I was in like elementary school, and they'd try to scare us with all these things that were gonna the sea level's gonna rise 100 feet, and like Florida's gonna be gone, and New York's gonna be gone, and you need to do your part. And it's quite funny. None of those predictions have happened, and we've still been heading in the same direction. And CO2 is a net positive if you want to grow better crops. You kind of need those CO2 levels to be a little bit higher. But nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about the scary things and get that money. You know, that was a big money grab by that man. He knew how to use fear to kind of get that money coming in. So it didn't get him anywhere in office though. So, you know, fear plays on a lot of people's hearts, and he did a great job at it. And it's moved some things in the right direction, but at the same time, it hasn't moved enough things in the right direction. My buddy is an XRP maxi, says Jesse Gulak. Well, I mean, he's probably done quite nicely this year then. It did get a big move to the upside. They said 10 years and Miami was done. Yeah, I remember all of that. They said it'd be washed out. And I know I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's big in the banking sector. And he said, do you think they'd be selling beachside properties and buying them for millions of dollars if these people actually were pushing the message actually thought that Miami was going to be gone in 10 years? No. Do you think banks would put loans on a beachside property that is worth millions of dollars if they're not going to recoup their investment because it's going to be gone in 10 years? No, that's not how it works. So none of them believe it, but they're pushing that message there. So yeah, definitely no different than some of that meme side. So just had to throw that out there. I had to do it. All right, we've got gold looking like it's got some more room to run here on that 4 hour. The 1 hour looking a bit toppy here as we have got to that 1618 that I wanted to see. That's at $2,902 where we've seen a bit of some stalling here. You do have that 1 hour with some overbought signals and some reversal signals that are starting to flash as that prime oscillator has went red, but your money flow looks like it's just starting to pick up here, especially on that 1 hour. Your 15-minute looking no different, as you do have that rolling over just a little bit here, but it's mainly cooling off these oscillators as you are maintaining your range here at that 1618. You have a strong bouncing area here at 2,855, which would be a nice little area to confirm as some strong support if we do get a bit of some downside action on gold. But with all the uncertainty in the markets, gold has just kind of been running like crazy here. Definitely looking for that next little area to hit, and that's probably going to be somewhere between this range. And I'm going to move this fib extension to kind of see where that might reside. Let's get that bottom side moved up to... Oh, let me unlock it first. Yeah, because I always lock my fibs because I'm not trying to make those mistakes. I've made that mistake too many times. Got that nice little move up there. Let's get that to the top, and let's get this one to this bottom side. And as you kind of see here, we are sitting right at that golden pocket, of course, because you know, that was right where that extension was sitting. You have a bit of an area above us where you could start seeing some resistance around that 2,919, which is going to be that platinum pocket there. Could see us blast through it if we continue to see this money flow going quite crazy. Do your research before you spout off. Release schedule over 3 years. It's not a pump and dump. XRP. I'm guessing you're talking about XRP. Well, I did do a lot of my research. I never said that XRP was a pump and dump or anything like that. I just said I don't like the team. So if you need to know more about XRP, me and Lunar Beaches Crypto did a video on XRP where we dived into XRP from beginning to end, talked about a lot of the project, where it's headed, and all of that. But I never said I hate the project itself or that it's a pump and dump or anything like that. I just say I don't like the team. I don't like the team behind it, and I don't like their association with the project. I wish Ripple Labs would disconnect from XRP, and then I might actually buy it. XRP is not a bad project. It has great utility, and I think it's a net positive for the space. I don't like any project that has a team, though. Any close ties with a crypto project that has a strong team behind it that's moving the direction of the crypto, I don't like. That's my biggest problem with Ethereum. That's my biggest project with a lot of these projects, is there's a team behind it that is trying to drive some of the project's directions instead of listening to the crypto space about what the crypto space actually needs. So that's my problem with a lot of these crypto projects. That doesn't mean I think they're a scam or a pump and dump or anything like that. It just means that I like decentralization, full decentralization in my crypto projects. Look at the Trump coin different. Huge locked liquidity with 25% of the coins released. Dogging Trump, saying he's making money off people and being bad will turn people off. He is pro crypto. Is he though? Is he though? Because I mean, if you look back over his lifetime, he just said that he wanted a strong dollar. Fortunately, backing your dollar with Bitcoin would make a strong dollar. So is he pro crypto or is he pro strong dollar? Because I mean, the whole Trump coin really kind of craps on the whole market there. It brought a lot of negative eyes and a lot of crap talking on it. And guess what? I know everyone says, bad news is still news and it still gets eyes. Bad news is bad news, and bad news makes poor sentiment. So that's just my two cents on it. It was definitely a bit of a pump and dump there. So you can think what you want there. You're probably pro-Trump. I was pro-Trump as well, but I think that people should act with grace on it. He is pro-money. Dude knows how to make that cash. Yes, I just see it as a negative that someone will make money off of someone else like that in such a way. I don't see a problem with making money on someone's legitimate, but on a legitimate business where I hire you to do a good for the world and I pay you for that, instead of, hey, I made this crap coin, my name is big, buy my crap coin, and then we're just gonna sell off on you. Like, that's not ethical. It's bull crap and it's ugly. And all it did was make a lot of crap for the crypto space. It doesn't matter if he's not pro crypto at all if you're willing to do that. Even people that aren't pro crypto aren't even willing to do that because they realize it's just scummy. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that whole Trump thing. I dived into that one on another one as well. Crypto enthusiasts like full decentralization with voting power. Fiat enthusiasts like crypto projects with leaders that make a decision. Yes, Retro Mike Tech, and that's kind of where I dive into crypto. I mostly invest in Bitcoin, and then I do throw my money at some projects that I think are going to do well, but are more utility projects. I won't hold them for the long term though, because the voting part and the decentralization part of what is why I got into crypto in general. You do have the Dixie looking like it might get a bit more of a push to the upside here. Made some strong support down here at this platinum pocket as we've got that nice little boost to the top side. This is at daily. Let me zoom that on in to the 15-minute here, and you can kind of see we've got some nice little bouncing on it. We did have a bit of a CME gap here that we've already filled, touched that platinum pocket, and moving back to the top side on those higher term time frames. Really looking to have that money flow come back in, as we do see a bit of some cool off here. Sounds like I came into the stream at a perfect time, says Crypto Coin Mindset. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you're having a great day so far. Yeah, I did a whole spiel on just the whole market in general, because like I like to see my projects do well, but I like to see legitimate projects do well. If you haven't checked out Crypto Coin Mindset's channel, go ahead and do that. He makes some great content. I like his Friday night videos as well. We also have some videos that we've done together. And if you didn't watch the whole Trump one that we did, we kind of touched on that whole Trump project. That was at the inauguration video. So check out that whole inauguration video we did. We touched on that one a whole lot there. And a lot of the crypto space seems to agree that was a net negative for crypto. It's a net negative anytime someone wants to scam people out of their money just so that they can make money. But the test would be if BC had the chance. We are going to need another 100 million followers for the test. Like and share for science, people. All right, BC must be a Bruins fans. I'm not really a sports fan in general. I do watch some sports with my girl, but that's about it. That's about it. Other than that, I watch like the World Cup every 4 years when soccer goes crazy. All right, we did have that 1 hour looking like it's got a bit more room to the upside, just cooling off these oscillators here, and that's why I think you might get that another little touch around 108.13 on the Dixie before you get that pushback up towards our old CME gap, which was 108.50. Definitely looking to cool these off as your prime oscillator and your MACD are getting a bit more curvature to the top side here. Waiting on some money flow and volume to kind of come back in on the Dixie. And just waiting to kind of see that sentiment here for the rest of that week. CCM, basically BC hates people who buy memes even though he lacks XRP and XYO. I don't hate people that buy memes. I hate the people that make memes. There's a difference. You have the ability to buy whatever crypto projects you want, and more power to you. If you make money off memes, I'm not unhappy for you. I think that's awesome. I think that memes are an overall net negative to the space. I don't hate you for buying them. I hate them in general. I just hate the project. I hate the message it sends. So, nothing against you. Make your money how you make your money. That's awesome. But for the crypto space in general, for where I want to see the crypto space to be at the end of the day, I think it's a net negative. But make your money how you make your money. I don't hate you. I just hate the meme. I'm not a big fan of XRP either, but it's an amazing utility project. I don't like teams in crypto projects because I like crypto to be decentralized. I like people to have a say in what their project's going to do. And that's why I hold 6 projects, and that's the most I've ever held in my entire crypto adventure from the start to the finish. Do I have muted gains on some things? Yes, but like last cycle, I made a bunch of money off ADA. But ADA is an amazing utility project, and it's done quite a bit for the crypto space. It's kind of underperformed a bit this cycle, which is why I don't hold it. But that's kind of how I do things. I hold a project, it makes me some money, and I think it might not do anything in the next cycle, so I never hold it again. I might be wrong. ADA might do something later on, but at that time, I'll have made more money and can actually invest in the project when it is bringing something to the world. I don't mind DAOs. Yes, DAOs are amazing. DAOs are and have a lot of real world potential, especially when you want to start cleaning up a government. DAOs are going to be extremely important on that. You make a fund, you choose how that fund is allocated, you vote on how that fund is allocated. It'll help clean up a lot of that crap in government. You say you want your roads done. You invest in this DAO project. This DAO has a bunch of money that you've all put into. You vote who gets that, and then you get to watch the money actually go to that person that's going to be doing your roadways, and then you get incentivized for the best people that are doing that job there. So DAOs have a lot of real world potential. DeFi has a lot of real world potential, especially when it start cleaning up the insurance. Insurance is a big problem in our current state of things, and if you want to clean up insurance, DeFi is a great way to do that. Projects like Injective, when you make a smart contract, could really clean that up. You don't have this third party person that's jacking up the price of your medications, or hey, we know that you've paid out $1,000 on thousands and thousands of dollars on your car, but we know that you just got T-boned by this dude over here. We know the value of your car is $27,000. You've been paying on, you've got it 3/4 of the way paid off, but we're gonna give you $6,000. So now your car's paid off. Thank you. And at the end of the day, the only person screwed over is you. Like, there's a lot that crypto can do to clean up not only the world, but open up a lot of the transparency in your everyday life, and that you get more of a decision on. You get to actually decide, hey, this is how I want to live my life. I want to live my life with transparency. I want to live my life where my fellow man doesn't get dicked over every single day by the people that have billions of dollars. That's the way to do it. Crypto allows you to do that. Crypto debanks you, pulls you out of this whole system that all of us are so angry about all the time, or frustrated with all the time, because at the end of the day, you see you're banging your head against a system that's extremely broken. And I'm in crypto for the freedom. At the end of the day, that's why I'm in crypto. Am I in here for the money as well? Yes, but I'm in crypto for the freedom, and that's all I've ever cared about with crypto. Okay, so real question, with all the stuff they found with government payments, what chains would the government possibly go to if they put government spending on chain? There's a lot of ways to do this, and you're probably going to need something that's a little bit quicker than Bitcoin, and that's where Bitcoin has its potential for that reserve. You also have things like Caspa or HBAR that move extremely quick, and you could actually dive into everything that the government does, and you can have those payments sent out quickly, and you have the transparency of those payments done very quickly. It's just kind of getting to that point where you need validation of the crypto space, and you're never going to get that when you have all these crap coins being released every single day and people chasing money. In it for the tech, lol. I am. I trade Bitcoin to buy more Bitcoin, and then I trade more Bitcoin, and then I buy more Bitcoin, and literally the only other projects I hold are Near, Injective. I held Caspa for a while, sold that off. I hold an AI project. I hold a Tau. I'm a big fan of it. I'm in it for the tech. I've always been in it for the tech. I got into Bitcoin in 2011. I've always been in it for the tech. I like the freedom that it offers. So I know that's a little bit different than some of the rest of the space, and they're in here for the money, and yeah, it's great. But I'm in it because I wanted to debank myself, and I've continued to try to do that and continue to debank myself. When I pay my buddy who does all of like this work here, he does all my editing work. I pay him in Bitcoin. I don't pay him in dollars, because I told him I'm not going to pay you in a depreciating asset. What's your Bitcoin wallet? And he sent that over to me, and I've paid him in Bitcoin ever since. When it was his birthday, I paid him in Bitcoin. So I'm all for the actual freedom aspect. I'm not here for just the gains. I'm here for the community. I'm here for the freedom. I'm here for the tech. I'm here for, at the end of the day, what crypto can actually do for the world. That's why I care about crypto, and that's what got me into crypto in the beginning. I know that's very different from a lot of the rest of the space, but that's why I'm here, and that's why I've never left and never will leave. That's why I like crypto so much. There's a big difference with the people that came in during COVID. Most of them just want more fiat and don't actually use crypto like we do. Yes, and a lot of those people have never left, and that's kind of changed the crypto space quite a bit, and I haven't been a fan of it, and that's why I've continued to say these things about crypto. And I know it might be a little bit hard to hear sometimes, and I know it's a lot very contrary to what you hear all the time, like, oh, look, crap coin's about to blast off 1,000%. It's at market cap. You got in sub 10 million. No one gives a crap, bro. It's awesome that you made a bunch of money. Cool. But at the end of the day, what is the message that you're sending here? Are you taking away from like legitimate TradFi investors coming into the space? Yeah, just a little bit. And that's just my 2 cents on it. It's 7 o'clock and it's time for Alex O Crypto. Sorry about the whole spiel. That's my rant for today. That's my TED Talk. I hope y'all had some fun here, and tune in to the rest of the Piper Academy. We got that morning market report at 10 a.m. Eastern time today, right after Alex O. We've got a Trade Academy at 4 p.m., Crypto Nightcap at 8 p.m., and Markets After Dark at 11 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for putting up with my rant today. So I hope y'all have an amazing day and wake up, because it's going to be a good day.